Just type hashtag replay. That way I know you were here and I can welcome you. Hello, everyone. Hope you're good. All right, I want to make sure you can see. Pretty sure you can. We're all set. Okay. Keyword today is doctor. Type the word doctor and check your messages. Let's do this fun craft. This is the one I was going to do yesterday. This is more of an everyday deal. You could swing this either way, make it Valentine's or winter or whatever. But for now, we're going to call it everyday, okay? So when you get here, say hello. And let's get started. I have somewhat cleaned this, but I can't say this is going to be super sticky. How's everybody doing? Hello, everyone. Okay, so we have these two little pieces. I have a bunch of pieces that I cut with my laser that we're going to paint. But I also have some other things. When you get here, say hi. Like I said, type the word doctor. And I've had enough of doctors. I had to go to the dentist right after school. This is why I'm on a tad later than I normally am. So I'm kind of over going to the doctor. Anybody else? Anybody else over it? Kind of over it right at the moment. So I have these two little pieces that I'm going to paint bright white, and I will probably need more than one coat on that. And then I have all of these. I don't even know if I'm going to use all of these, but we're going to go with it. And we're going to start painting all of this with yellow. Now I'm going to use a yellow that, I'm sorry you can't get right now, but you can use any yellow with this, honestly. Any yellow. The yellow I'm using is a previous color of the month. It's called Woodstock. It's a very bright yellow. And we're just going to paint all this yellow. Thank you, Jen. Glad you like them. How's everyone doing? Hi, Charlene and Lori. Denise Stevenson, hello. Hi, Ellen and Jan. Hope you guys are good. Yes, this is in the series of earrings Caitlin gave me. So that's where we're going with that. Hope you guys are all doing good. All right, so we're going to take all these pieces and paint them in this Woodstock. It's a very bright yellow. I may need a couple of coats, or I may go with a darker shade. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know me. I like to see it and then we'll do it. Right? I told you this is kind of not as sticky as I would love. I may have to just get rid of it. Oh, I'm so over going to the doctor. Only problem, my earache keeps coming back and have a very bad cough. Oh no! Did they diagnose you with something? Are they giving you like antibiotics for that? I am glad to not be, I mean, I've been going to the doctor for other things, not like sickness, but. Hi, Donna. I'm doing good. I'm glad that you like to see me on today. I'm glad you're here and can watch. So these are all the pieces that I cut from my laser, and this is from a transfer that is still available. And I never got around to using it, so we want to do it. All right, we're going to probably do a couple coats of paint. Thank you, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Sorry, I'm tripping up on my words. And Florine, thank you guys for the sprinkles and all the hearts. You know that helps me so much. Guys, I don't even know if I mentioned this. We hit 40,000 followers last week, I think it was. Thank you for all your support. If I already mentioned it, sorry, I don't remember mentioning it. I remember mentioning that we were close. But we did it. We hit 40,000. How exciting. You guys, I remember, so I've been going live. It will be 4 years. Thank you, Pat Hill. It'll be, thank you, Maud. I've been going live for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in February, I think like the 16th. I can't remember exactly when. It doesn't matter. February 6th, maybe. Anyway, 4 years. I've been going live, and I remember when I had I had, you know, no followers. And the only people that would watch me were like my son and his friends and his girlfriend at the time and their family. And I just kept at it. And here we are, 40,000 people. Is that crazy? I've been texting him. I got cough medicine with honey and elderberry. He told me to get Claritin D. So he doesn't think, he must not think that it's infected. It must just be, he's saying allergy related. Crazy talk. Okay, so these little pieces, of course, are not going to be stuck. I need a new sticky mat, is what I'm deciding. Yeah, I can't believe I'm coming up on my 4-year anniversary. 4 years. Crazy talk. Doesn't feel like that long, honestly. I spent my birthday on the sofa yesterday. Charlene, happy belated birthday. I'm sorry you're going to have to do a do-over on on February 12th. Do a do-over birthday. Nobody's going to tell you not to. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate it. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, we've been doing this a long time. Time does go by fast. I missed that little part. We're gonna give it a zhuzh, a dry, and then do another coat. This is not a good color for me. Hi, Lena. How are you? Hope you're good. This is a very interesting color with the brown mix. How's everybody doing? Thanks for the hearts. Hang on, I'm gonna make this harder. Okay, let's get this painted again here. I want a little brighter look to it. A little brighter look. We're gonna see when we paint this other thing if this is gonna need a third coat or not. This is to be determined. To be determined. Supposedly, this is the Peanuts yellow officially because this was released. This Woodstock was released with the Peanuts, our first Peanuts collaboration. So I thought, let's go with it. But you could do this in any color, honestly. Got you. Oh, good. Oh, it will come or you did get it? Oh, you did get it. You're still kicking. That's good, Lena. That's good. We don't want you to be otherwise, right? You guys, I am this close to getting all the Fresh Start wood cutouts posted to my Etsy site. They're all cut. But I got to take pictures and then post them. And then once I get it all up, I will send a message in the broadcast channel that they are all good to go. So I apologize. I like to try to get them out as close to launch day as possible, but while I'm teaching full-time, I can't, it's not always going to be possible. I just get it out as close as I can. So when I have orders, those are a priority. I do those first because I want you guys to have your stuff as soon as possible. And then I work on the other things. Okay, we're going to set this aside. I'm going to do a little more white. Yeah, I think that white's going to be fine. And then we're going to get rid of this. But we still need our yellow. I went to lunch with my cousin and friends. Oh, well, that's nice. What yellow is that? Lena, oh, you just hopped on. Lena, it is called Woodstock. It's the color of the month from when we first did our Peanuts collab. So it's like a very bright yellow, okay? You're going to see this is one of those Dollar Tree boxes. And then this is going to look a little brighter because it's got, you know, a lighter base. This is why I'm thinking I may give that one more coat. So we're just going to go around and paint this in one coat probably. All the way around. Now, be careful, not be careful, but you might notice, see how my box has some space between the slats? There are some, not all Dollar Tree little boxes like this are created equal. Sometimes they come where this part is all touching. They're a little bit different size. So if you try to recreate this, you guys just, you know, you might want to make sure that the cutouts fit and all that. Hi, Chris. Better than my ex-father-in-law who passed away. Oh, my birthday. Yes, I remember you telling me that, Charlene. I'm so sorry. That's what my dad had to have his foot amputated too. Now, is he going to rehab for that? I'm assuming. Okay, so see, this covered pretty well with one coat. That's where I'm not going to worry about the bottom. I'm just going to do that. I am going to do the top here. I'm just going to do the edge. I'm not going to worry about the inside. If you want to paint the inside, have at it. And the bottom, you do you. I am not going to. We're going to keep it just like this, okay? Let me keep this. All right, we're going to do one more little round here. I've decided, Etsy isn't my friend unless I click. Why did that hide that comment? That was weird, Jen. Your comment got hidden, but I don't know why. I've decided Etsy isn't my friend unless I click your link. I cannot sign into my account and type you in to search. It won't take me to your site, so this Etsy site is very nice. Jen, here's the trick with Etsy, and I don't know why your comment got hidden. That was weird. The trick is with Etsy, and I learned this once I got my shop open. You guys, it's hard if you're gonna shop for an item. When you go to Etsy and you go to the search bar, it's already Etsy is set up so that you can search for an item in the search bar immediately. Like when you first go, that's the default. If you want to search for, let's say you want to search for my page, Runner Girl Designs, you have to click next to, in the search box, there's a drop down arrow. You have to click that and then it'll say search shop. You want to search for a shop, Runner Girl Designs, you click search for a shop, and then you type in Runner Girl Designs, and then it will take you to my page. That's how Etsy works. Or at least that's how it works for me. How about that? All right, I've got lots of paint in here that I don't appreciate. So if you're searching for a shop, you have to change the search part to say shop. And I did not know that because my friend was like, why can I not find your page? And I said, I don't know. That's annoying. And that's how we figured it out. You have to change the search thing. But you can always get my link and I'm happy to send it to you. It's fine. I'm sure you have rehab. You got out of the hospital last week. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, probably. Because my dad had things not gone south, was signed up for rehab, of which, because of his COPD, never made it to rehab. We got there one day and then he was back in the hospital and gone. Crazy. Which, it just takes me back to, like, he never should have had his foot amputated to begin with. But anyway, that's my feeling. Hi, Deb. How are you? Oh, now you are our instruction book. Yes, that is what I do, Jen. I teach, right? Okay, I do want to, I'm going to do just one more light coat. Because I feel like my box is much brighter than my cutouts. And that makes me unhappy. So we're just going to do a quick coat. How did I get white on me? I mean, you know, these platforms make it a little bit hard. And by the way, you guys, something new. It's fine either way, but something new Etsy is doing, or at least they offered it to me to do. I'm sure it's for anyone's Etsy shop. That if you go to Etsy to make a purchase, but you use my link directly to do it, they're going to charge me less fees. Basically, they're going to charge me the fees and give me some of the fees back. I don't know if you guys know this, but Etsy charges a bunch of fees. But I guess they're saying if I do my own advertising and share my own link, because, you know, Etsy advertises themselves, then I get like a little bit back. So anytime you go to Etsy, but you have to purchase directly from my link. So if you do that, it does help me a little, like it's a small amount back, but it still saves, right? So it is a little more savings for me. So, but either way, you shop, I'm not complaining. Yes, so you have to do the drop-down menu and change to search for a shop, because there are people, lots of crafters that I know that I was trying to look at their shops too when I first started, and I could not search their shop. It would not come up. Then I realized, oh, I gotta change this, and then it came up just fine. Maybe I'll post a little video on how to find that. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Because I was like, this is insane. I should be able to type my I kept looking at my shop name and going, why is this not coming up? Didn't make sense to me either. I guess I did that. Did I do this? I guess I did everything. Okay. I'm going to be done with this because that's annoying me. What do you mean charge a bunch of fees? So Etsy charges me to have a listing on their website, right? So anytime I make a post, I get charged. And then anytime I make a sale on Etsy, a portion of that goes to Etsy. I get the majority, but they get a portion. And so if you use my direct link and then make a purchase just like you would normally do, they're giving me a percentage of that fee back. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. You press the heart to make it a favorite. Then, yes, Debbie, and then, just like Debbie said, and then when you get to my shop, even if you do it from my link, you can heart that and it will be added to your favorites. So hopefully that makes sense. You didn't know you were going to show up and get a whole lesson on Etsy, did you? I actually didn't know I was going to teach it. But it's just like when I first got on Facebook, you guys, every so often, you're going to want to check your notifications in Facebook. If you want to be notified when one of your favorite crafters goes live, Be sure and check your notifications like every 6 months or once a year or whatever. Because Facebook will like have you not unfollow, but like that notification settings, they change it a lot, especially when they update the app. So sometimes when you think you're following and you've been notified, want them to notify you and all of that, you want to check that too sometimes. It's a little social media, social media tutoring today. How about that? Okay, let's get everything sanded and ready to go. No, this I don't need to worry about. I'm not going to worry about that. This we're going to just chalk a little bit. We're going to sand it, but I'm not going to wax it. Okay, same for these. These I'm just going to sand. Set them aside. This we're going to sand and wax. I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to use this, but I thought let's just get it made. And this we might cut down, but I have it here, so we're just going for it here on everything. Okay. I'm just sort of smoothing out my paint. Kind of painted a little gloppy on a couple of them. Someone from Chalk cut stuff out as well. However, instead of pricing as a set, for example, for all, they do 3 words, so much for complete set, so much the way you... So you're saying it's better the way I'm doing it, or you're saying it's not better? I'm reading it to say you do it so much easier. So, like, I do the whole transfer. You're saying they do part of the transfer and let you add different parts of the transfer. You know, I actually thought about that. You guys can vote on that if you want. I'd love the feedback on that. Because I kind of thought, well, maybe people don't want the whole thing or whatever. All right, this is the transfer we're going to use. It's called Lucy, Dr. Lucy is what this one's called. So is it beneficial to you for us to order on Etsy? I mean, it's easier for me if you order on Etsy, but as far as the process, because it cuts out the invoicing you part, but I am totally fine to do it either way. Whatever way suits your fancy is fine by me. So it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. Whatever's better for you. Way, way better your way. No, don't do it. Okay. Don't separate it out is what you're saying. Won't do it. Okay, so let's talk about this. This transfer comes in like 3 sections. We're going to do these 2 first just because it's going to be easier and quicker. We're going to do the peanut sign or the word peanuts. Jen's saying the way I do it is like I offer the cutouts this whole transfer. Whatever I do, it's the whole thing. Sometimes I have like a little, I add a surface to go with it because I think it makes a cute craft. Or would you just like individual or whatever? So you can comment on that. Your experience would be great feedback for me. Jen likes it the way I do it, but maybe you don't. Okay, I did not wax any of this. Am I going to regret that? Let me just see. I don't want to regret it. So we're going to wax these 2 things for sure. and flip these around. And then I'm also, guys, I'm just processing. I'm going to be trying something new. My reach on Facebook is, I don't even know, low. And so I'm going to be trying something in the morning. I've been experimenting about like when I post and all the things, when I post my reels. I'm still, while I'm teaching, I have to go live at this time. There's really not a, between 3 and 4, or I should say between 3 and 5 Central Time, just is what's going to happen during the school year. But as far as when I post my reels, I started it this morning. I will be posting them around 7 a.m. Central Time. So if you're Eastern, that's 8 a.m. for you, and it's much earlier than that for you if you are Mountain Time or Pacific Time. But if you could look for those and check those out, and if you like them, if you could, comment or whatever, all the things, that would help me so much. But I'm going to try for the next 30 days posting a reel at 7 a.m., at least during the week. And as soon as I wake up on the weekend, which a lot of times is 7 a.m. or before. This, I'm not going to worry about this. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do, because I feel like my interaction in the evenings is lower for the reels, and maybe you guys would rather see those first thing when you wake up. Thank you, Wendy. Appreciate you. Caitlin bought me these. Yesterday I wore the waffles. Nobody commented on my waffles. You guys didn't like the waffles, I guess. My one of my students today said, what did she say? When you go, the next time you go bowling, Miss Augustin, you should wear those. I said, okay, I will. I can't tell you when that would ever be, but I will do it. These are my favorite because they're mismatched. Caitlin has quite a few earrings like this. My daughter, if you guys are new, is going to be 25, and she teaches special education in the Seattle area. She has a lot of funky earrings. She does not wear them to school, as you might imagine, in her profession. Vermar Designs. Hello. What's your name? All right, here's our peanuts cut out. Okay, and then this you just clean with water and a board eraser. And then we're going to do the little strip here. I made a Snoopy Valentine shelf stand. I thought of you, and look, you're doing the peanuts. Kim, that's awesome. I did remember a while back, I did just like a small sort of version of it before my laser machine arose. And then they came out with this transfer after. I'm like, okay, were they watching me at Chalk Central when they made this? Because I did it in a different way, but with just the little picture of Lucy. Way back then. Thank you for thinking of me. That is really nice of you to think of me, honestly. That brings me joy. Doesn't it like make you feel good that somebody was like doing something and thinking of you? Like, what a joyful thing. This is like the Charlie Brown zigzag. Hi, Mary Ann. How are you doing? How was your holiday? Oops, I was on my... No, that's okay, Marvo. Well, now it says Marvo Crafts and Stuff. Now you're on a second craft page. You have 2 craft pages? Is your name Marvo? Anyway, let's move on. Okay, we don't need... No, we do need. All right, now the rest of these pieces, I gotta see how this lines up before because I layered this When I made these cutouts, I kind of layered them. So I gotta see how it lines up. All right, so I am just fuzzing really well. I do not want to wax this because I want to paint Lucy's face. All right, so let's just see. So there's that, but mine is multiple layers. So I think I really want to go on this part. Do I? No, I guess that's the inside. What about this? Hold please while I map out how I did this a long time ago. Okay, these are extra. Sweet. Okay, that's actually makes my life easier. So what I'm going to do is lay this down. This actually makes life super simple. But do I want to do... You know what? We're going to do the words first. Okay, so I'm going to flip this upside down. I'm going to put the words down first. Chalk these and then lay it on there. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, guys, when you come up with a magic way to paint where you get 0 on the sides, feel free to share it in the comments. I tend to get it on the sides for whatever reason. This says doctor. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have mattered if I put it on there because we're going to elevate it, but... This is a little bit of a layered project. Help. Help, it says. Help, and then you got your 5 cents. Can you imagine? 5 cents for help. Okay, so then the rest of these, I'm not going to worry about this. We're going to put all these on. We're just going to chalk them in black. I'm going to do the word in. And the word is. Just like so. Okay, so my help is a little bit off. Jen, that's a good idea. Yes, Kim is in the house. Hello, Kim. Hi, Carol. I painted my side and then I had to sand the sides down because it didn't line up right. Oh, really? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. The side? The side of... I don't know what you mean. I know I was talking about the sides of my letters, but is that what you mean? All right, so we're doing all these words. And you don't have to do the cutouts on them. You could just, this is just going to make it very layered. You could just do it flat right on the thing. But each word is connected, so it's not like you have to do each individual letter. It works out pretty well. Ah, flip that one over, darn it. Okay, now we're just going to slide these over so they dry. And bring this back. And then it's not really going to matter if a little black gets on the flat part of this cutout because I've got a layer that goes with this, okay? This is just the way I chose to cut these out. Not everybody does them the same way. I just had like a specific idea in mind when I made this. Okay, and then we're gonna, so I'll just show you. I'm just gonna chalk the whole thing. That way I don't have to fuss about it at the top. And you can see what it looks like without the cutouts on that part. Okay. Now, if you're doing this on like flat paper or something, his signature, Schultz, is on the side and it is chalkable. So for me, it doesn't matter, but if you were doing this flat on a different surface, on a piece of wood or something, you would want to mask that off if you didn't want to use it. Oh, Nancy. Well, see, it doesn't even matter that I did that. I didn't even press that down. I got a little bleeding there, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cover it up. Okay? All right. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second here. So around my in, see how I had some bleeding? Because I knew I wasn't going to worry about it there. But we're going to do some gluing and then we're going to paint Lucy. So instead of having a laser cut again, I just, oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. We don't need that. Move that over. And let's start gluing our pieces down for now. This is very cute. This is going to be very cute. So you get the word, the in. You're going to get this little square that goes over where the in sign is. And then I'm going to put the word in on top of that. It's going to be cute, you guys. I promise. Oh, no, not on here. Whoops. Here I thought I knew what I was doing and I didn't. First, you want to take this piece. And there's some notches at the bottom. That they go at the bottom. No, they go at the top on this one. On the bottom piece, the notches go on the top. On the top piece, there's notches. Those go at the bottom. It doesn't really matter, but it's just the way it cuts. And you'll see, because there's little dots here and there's dots here. You want it to go around there. And then the bottom is going to say the doctor is in. And you can just make your own plan. Is the doctor is. And I'm just going to take my detail tool because that is got so much paste in it. Okay, and then up here, psychiatric help, 5 cents. You can lay it out however you like. And then while this is drying, we're going to get Lucy painted. Now, I looked up her shirt and all that before I went live. It's actually shown in multiple colors. I know she typically wears that like blue dress, which maybe we'll just do a blue. But they show it in pink and they show her, so I'm sure it doesn't matter. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. All right, let's get get these glued in. I'm glad you like it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this word peanuts. It's going to be long, but that's fine. It's my project, so I can do whatever I want with it. I'm going to put it and let it be long. I figured I cut these out. I might as well use them, right? And we'll let that dry for a minute. And then we'll worry about the edges and that piece in a minute. So let's do, we're going to use Colonial Blue. Why not? This is one of your club colors. If you're in the club, if you're not in the club, you should be. It is an awesome way to start your chalking journey. You get a full project delivered to your door. No shipping charges. You get paste, a surface. Sometimes you get ink. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 colors. Kind of depends on the project. This month you're getting a notebook and a really cute transfer to go with it. You always get a transfer with the club. You know what? I think I might just go back in and draw a line. And I'm thinking this is her hands behind her head like this. So this is going to be skin color. What color should we do the bottom of her shoes? Should we do brown? What do you guys think? I feel like, or should I just paint them white? I feel like I see them white on the show, but brown or white, let me know while I work on her face. Her face I use a mixture of bright white and camel. This is actually, you know, I'm going to go right over her mouth and I'll just fill it in later. This is actually covering very nicely. I'm only going to need 1 coat. It's probably because I did so much of the yellow. And what I'm doing is just going right over where I chalked. But because all of that is going to be black, I'm just going to take a Sharpie. And you know what? I need a different brush. I definitely need a skinny one. Do I not have any skinny ones in here? I'm going to take I don't know what I said, but what I meant to say is I'm just going to take a Sharpie marker and get my detail lines back in instead of laying my transfer down. Yeah, that covered real nice. White, black. I only got 2 comments. White and black. I think white because this is white. Right? What do I do with my white? Oh, here it is. I think white will be properly done here. And you know what? I'm going to just paint over those. I'm just going to paint right over those black lines. And then I'm going to cheat. You could, if you don't feel comfortable doing what I do, you could just sand and wax your paste, lay your transfer back down, and re-chalk your black line. And you'll get the Snoopy, you know, the lines they already put there. I'm going to cheat. Because why not? don't have like the best, steadiest hand. So I'm going to just take my paint marker and I'm going to carefully trace. Now I do need a little finer marker. I need to get one. But you can see the lines right through. So I just added her face back in. And then I'm going to just lightly do this and there and by her ear. And then we're going to do our lines, and you can see those right through. They don't have to be perfect. They're just little sketch lines. This is so cute. I'm very thrilled with this. Okay, then since this has been laying up, I kind of wish I would have. We're going to make a little mark on here. Right there. And while that's drying, I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife, and you can use any X-Acto knife to do this. But I swore I had a better one. Hang on, I do. And just, you can cut through this MDF with a decent X-Acto knife. That's a Dollar Tree one. This one, I forget where I got this one. This one's a little sturdier. So what I'm going to do is just take a line and then snap it. But I really wanted to snap it on that line. Hang on. It's not going to be perfect is what's going to happen. Okay, it's not perfect, but then we're gonna glue this one on. Okay, we're gonna glue this on one edge because why not make this whole thing a peanut steel? And then we're gonna measure the other side, which should be the same as this side, but you never know. It is a Dollar Tree craft. Okay, then we're going to draw a line, make a plan. See if I can snap this one a little better than that one. So the MDF is sturdy, but it is soft enough to just snap with a razor blade if you need to. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're going to glue this one on this side. How fun. We could have put it on the, I guess, no, because we're doing that other thing on the other side. Okay, so we've got this on this side, this on this side. We're going this on this side. And then we're going to put our Lucy. Sorry, I just don't want it to look janky over here. We might need to just paint it yellow, but for now, I'm going to put black there. And then we're going to glue this lady here. So cute. Okay. And we're going to put glue, I guess, on here. Okay. You guys, this is going to be the cutest little sign. hard button for me. I always do this after, and I should do it all before. And I started to, and then I was like, Whoops, I keep... So do you have a peanut gallery room? A peanut gallery room? No. You mean like for these? I have enough peanut gallery going on in my life, right? Okay. How stinking cute. You guys, how cute is this little dish? And then what we're going to do, because what I'm going to say, what solves all your problems. Oh, it was this I was going to touch up. It says psychiatric help, 5 cents. And then what we're going to do is fill this baby with chocolate. And that's more chocolate than will fit. Maybe. How's that? What do you guys think? How fun was this? Did you enjoy this? I hope you enjoyed this. Look at how cute. Here, let's go a little closer so you guys can see it. Ah! See, I got too many. What do you guys think? How fun. And then it's going to be on both sides. I guess I could paint that side, but to display all the peanuts. So cute. I made a sleep. Oh, no, I don't. Thank you, guys. I hope you love it. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I know it was a weird time for me, but I appreciate you being here. I guess I have to eat those, right? All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Type the word, what's our word? Doctor. Check your messages. If you're in the Perks program, you get all this for 30% off, so make sure you do that before you make any purchases. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye, YouTube friends.